Yeah, we live.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Is it upside down? Yeah, pick it up.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We got the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers who's doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, and be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen that look like those heathen. This is not a black thing. Right? And to the few Aquaf that are listening and learning, we say Shalom. But we're just going to go right in. Today I watched the video and I'm looking at the poison in the sky. You know, I couldn't just grab the camera, but that's okay. And I'm looking at the chemtrails. And I know that what Esau does, when they make these videos that exposes them, they'll call them chemtrails. And then they'll have all the AI, the people that get on to try to defend it. Well, it's nothing. All right? But I'll tell you this, because I was there, in the 70s and the 80s, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. All right? When my son was a small child, and he was like 2-3 years old, I used to drive to the airport and sit at the bottom of the airport in San Jose. All right? I was also stationed at Naval Air Station, Moffett Field. So I saw planes land day in and day out all the time, and you never saw those. You never saw that. So that's something new. All right? Now, I would believe that back then, if they were doing it, they were definitely doing it under cover of darkness. But they didn't do this in the broad daylight for everyone to see. And to the fact that people just walk up and down the street and don't even care that it's there. It's like everyone's oblivious that it's there, or it doesn't matter to them.
Recently, Disney, a producer from Disney, paid $60 million to add chemtrails to Disney movies. Wow. There's more propaganda so that little children could grow up and see this as normal. It's not.
Yeah, it's not normal at all. And it does have an effect on everyone's health. Right? It definitely affects your health. And now you have some Air Force, former Air Force officer who actually was, she was the one that actually signed all the paperwork, you know, that for the chemicals that go into that, for the pilots that spray that shit. And so she got so tired of hearing it, she decided she was gonna debunk it all. So what she started doing was taking the paperwork that was coming across her desk, and she started looking into the paperwork, and she wanted to prove it wrong, and started looking into what was in it, and was appalled to the point where she actually left the Air Force and left her job. All right, they demonized her, threatened her, all kind of mess, and now she's been on a campaign to help stop this. Right? And if you notice, every time it rains now, people get headaches. They get full of phlegm and mucus. Everyone. All right? It's like you have mucus and you don't even sick. Okay? And I watched, and going back to the video that I watched today, the guy put a microscope to it and he put it at 40 times normal, and he saw organisms. He put it at 100 times and he saw microorganisms eating other organisms. And this shit is getting in you. It's getting on your body if you're caught in it. All right? Your dogs or your pets are walking through it. All right? You brush it against the wet leaves. It's on your coats. It's on your food. It's every damn way. All right? It's on your car. So when you grab your car door, it's all over your hands, all over your eyes, your mouth. Scratch your head. It's all over you. now you're full of mucus because your body is fighting off these damn organisms. Get that Revelation. Absolutely.
It's Revelation 11 and 18.
That was it.
Right?
Yeah.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
So the prophets, because we're angry and we're down here, we're basically we're a living sacrifice. We're not only because it's a Friday night, all right, and you know brothers could be doing anything, but they sacrifice everything they had to do to come and do the work of the Lord first, all right. So that's part of the sacrifice, okay, and that's just a small sacrifice for you know for what we're gonna get. We know what we get. We know the reward that comes with this. Go ahead.
It says, thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name.
Right, and only the saints fear the name, man. But you know what? Everyone's going to fear the name soon enough. All right, but right now, only the saints fear the name. Because we're the only ones that's acknowledging the name.
Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth.
Right, and the number one person that's doing that, the number one people that's doing that is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? Now, Moab to learn his destructive ways, you know, dealing with all these chemicals and stuff. But for the most part, one who's destroyed whole forests and ecosystems. You know, when you got ocean creatures that have syphilis and gonorrhea, you know, when you have how a turtle got herpes, you know,
All them dirty tampons being dropped in the fucking water.
yeah, but not only that, you know, the Edomites use all that sunblock. So that's one of the things that killed all the coral reefs and a lot of the coral reefs in a lot of tropical places where people with melanin live and don't need sunblock. All right, whether it be Jake or the heathen, they can go into sun. Okay, and so basically it's all the SPF 20 and 30 and 50. So when you got, you know, 1 million people coming to Thailand to their white beaches, you know, every year, and jumping their pale ass in the water, all right, and all that stuff, all that chemicals on them is killing the wildlife. It's killing the coral reefs. It's killing the fish, all right. This Esau Edom is a cancer. Wherever they go, death goes with them.
What's that verse right here, brother?
Yeah, I got something. It's Isaiah 24 and 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Verse 6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they have dwelled therein as desolate. Therefore the inhabitant of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So the earth is so jacked up because these people don't obey the laws, man. There's no light in them. They don't. The simple thing is obeying the land sacrifice. All right, that's what Gad was looking at them like they were crazy, Reuben. You know, talking about we own this is our land now. All right, because Gad understood, Reuben understood that you had to migrate every so many years. So they didn't build permanent structures for that reason, out of respect of the land. Because once you build a permanent structure, that portion of land can replenish itself. All right? That's why we live like that. Okay, so we lived in a place, and then when that 7th year came, we rotated to another place to allow the soil to replenish itself, to allow the animal population, the vegetation, let everything go back, because Gad and Reuben were using everything. They were using all the trees, and they were using what they call weeds for medicine. They were using everything. All right, so they didn't wait. They wouldn't wait. Even when they killed a buffalo, a moose, or a deer, everything was used. Okay, they didn't just kill something, you know, take
Just
a trophy and
wall.
leave it, right, just so they can hang it on the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
No, they used it. That buffalo fed the whole, tribe. It fed everyone. It clothed people.
And the bone, yeah.
And the bones were used as tools and weapons. All right? you got this wasteful, murderous people. You know, Yawana says it best. Wherever these people are walking, they're walking up and down passes. They're walking on stolen land. All right. Matter of fact, especially when we're talking about east side. Okay, every place where they walk, they're walking on stolen land because they're supposed to be back in Mount Seir, back in Petra, where they're actually supposed to be at. Not in America, not in Israel, not in anywhere else. Okay, so wherever they are, you know, they're walking on stolen land. Okay, go ahead, brother.
The book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have more abundantly.
And we can't wait for Yahweh Shah to come and fulfill that. All right, the second time, so that we can have life and have it abundantly, man. Bring it up.
It's Isaiah 14:5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. The whole earth is at rest. After the Lord take him out of power, the whole earth is going to be at rest again. He said the whole earth is at rest. He says, and it is quiet. They break forth their singing. So it's going to be a celebration once this devil gets his root out of power.
Bring a celebration up.
Yeah. So it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. That's one of the ways he destroyed earth. Cut down all the trees, you know.
He's still doing that to this day.
That's it. That's it.
You know, I'm a big fan of those Lord of the Rings movies, and you know, and they're you can relate them to the scriptures in a lot of ways, man. And then, yeah, when they were destroying all the trees of orcs, you know, yeah, you know, that made me think, well, damn, shit, they represent Esau, because they were destroying everything, where everyone else was about life and abundance, they were about destruction.
I remember when I was growing up, man. I don't know, we came from somewhere on the west side of Chicago, and man, I'm talking about, we had apple trees, it was pears, it was grapes. I'm talking about all through the neighborhood. We used to go through the neighborhood, you know, going climbing trees and having fights with them and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Throwing
all that shit.
crab apples at each other.
All of it gone. I'm talking about they cut every last one of the trees down.
Well, and not only that, they killed a lot of them with that stuff. Like we're looking at a chemtrail separate, and that's how you know it's going to rain in a couple of days, right? Whenever they heavy chemtrail, the rain comes a couple of days after. It'll disperse, and then the rain will bring it down on top of us. Right, and they tagged the hell out of Chicago yesterday and today, and the day before. So that means by it's Friday. So by either Saturday night or Sunday night, because I know tomorrow's supposed to be hot again, so they're probably going to spray the hell out the skies again tomorrow. But then by Sunday, Monday, the rain's going to come and bring all that poison down on top of everyone. All right, and then you're going to have a new round of headaches, and then they're going to say that you got the C words, and you got this new variant and all this other, you know, right, come and get this Band-Aid, right, and we all know that the Band-Aid is more dangerous than the actual, you know, disease, okay?
And they told you this, they tell you this on the news. Why you think you ain't seen, what's his name, Fauci? Fauci. That man disappeared.
I call him fraud chief.
Yeah, he vanished off the face of the
There's
earth.
too much evidence that came out against him. And you know, look, the miscellaneous deaths, right? We don't want to say, we're not going to say anything better when we mention the name, but you know, the miscellaneous deaths is counteracting their lives, man. Because the miscellaneous death, they all have what's a common denominator. You know, they all had that Band-Aid. You know. I finally figured out a word we could say. Right. Yeah, because you know when you got, especially when you're looking at from youth to you know, to adolescents to adults, pro athletes, college athletes, high school athletes, all these people all had similar issues because they all, you know, had the same band-aids.
CEOs,
That's
all
the
that
connection.
kind of- yeah.
That's the connection between them.
Yeah.
And so now you got all these miscellaneous deaths that they can't account for, but the one common denominator,
It's that Band-Aid.
you know.
Band-Aid.
So there it is, man.
That Band-Aid does not get no aid.
No, and now they want to come on, and they want to bring new rounds of band-aids now.
Come on, man.
All right, and get right, and dumbass Americans, right? Just like I saw a coon, you know, coon ass ninja that I know, and I remember many years ago. This was well over a decade ago. We were at a gathering, and you know, the first thing you do is you go to everybody when you wake up to this truth. So, you know, you start telling everybody. So this was probably about 13, 14 years ago. I'm in a gathering with them, and I'm telling them, and I'm going back and forth with the woman, and I'm correcting her with scripture. But he want to hear what she got to say.
I want to hear feelings.
He's like, why you keep, he's like,
Why you interrupting
why you
her?
keep interrupting, not letting her talk? I want to hear what she got to say, bro. And I'm like, why? I said, well, you know what? I was born a Baptist, I'm going to die a Baptist. And I said, you are. I said, yes, you are. Because clearly Baptists don't care about what the scripture says.
No.
And I told him, same nigga, his name was Terry. I won't say his last name. And I told this nigga Terry, I said, you're right, you was born a Baptist, you're going to die a Baptist. It's clearly Baptists don't care about what the scripture says. Because everything she's saying is her opinion, and everything I'm saying is coming right out the scripture. I'm giving you scripture, all right? And she's coming with her that I think and feel doctrine. So you want some cheeks?
That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yep.
You know, you trying to please her? You want some cheeks? Oh, used ass cheeks?
Cheeks.
Right, when it's like half the bros in here that have them cheeks already. You want the cheeks now?
Cheap things.
You know? So, and the reason I bring him up because, you know, I'm on the internet, and he got a picture with his face and Kamala Harris next to him, talking about I stand with her. And I was like, this nigga, same old cool ass ninja, right? God, barbecue shop.
Can I bring this off you?
Absolutely.
This is the book of Revelation 12 and 12. It reads, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. I wanted to bring that out earlier. We're talking about the chemtrails. The man has something called a population control, depopulation agenda. And one of the best ways to do it is what? When these things get sprayed in the air, with that Band-Aid, right?
Right, and then now more people are talking about it.
Right.
And plus the Band-Aid. Yeah, it's dispersed. It's huge. That thing was huge.
Out of nowhere, it wasn't there.
And then it dispersed. So right, so you know when it rains, it's going to, and everybody gonna have a scratchy throat, the pounding ass headaches.
Yeah, I remember you had put up a video. You said whenever you see them in the air, like 3 to 4 hours later, you should bring your windows down because it takes about 3 hours, about 3 to 4 hours for it to come down.
Yep.
It's Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee.
Right. So hey, that nigga Terry finished. You know. And I had love for that brother, man. I did, and I tried to talk to him, but ain't no talking to him, man. You know, because he was in the army. I think he's still in there, still in the reserve. And because he's got to have at least, you know, he can retire now. He's got clearly he's got 20 years reservist status, so he can retire. But he also, you know, was all proud, was all on the internet, and now he just sent his daughter off to it. And I'm like, bro,
That's correct.
you already know how the bros get down.
They're gonna run her ass.
What you think happening? You know, it's like, what's wrong with you jakes who keep pushing to send your daughters off to college, man, and send them off to the military? Don't you know that the college and the military is a place where virginity goes to die? Right? That's right. College and the military is a place Well, female virginity goes to die. That's what happens. All right? She becomes a professional carousel rider. All right? Your sweet little baby, right? So by the time she, you know, done with all her career, you know, and now she's 30, 40 years old, trying to get married, you still ain't got no grandkids, you know, and then, and then now she having all kind of problems getting pregnant. Because, you know, I had clients that was on that shit for 20-something years. Because they all got to their late 30s and was trying to get married and shit and having babies. And all of them had to do in vitro. None of them could have babies naturally. Because, you know, that shit in their system. What the hell you think will happen if you've been taking something to kill your age for 20 years? Since you were 16, 17, 14 years old, whatever, right? And now you're 36, 37. You know, you trying to cut. Right. Your husband putting in work. He's busting all kind of. Right. Thinking something wrong with him. He's like, damn. He's like, fuck, my brother has children. Shit. Right. I got 5 brothers. What the hell's going on? It ain't him. Right?
And some of those shots, I heard it cancels out the period. So these bitches ain't getting no periods for like 6 months at a time.
And that be the point. And so now you've been doing that for 15, 20 plus years. Now all of a sudden you want to come off of it and start trying to have children. All right?
Period's a natural thing. It's like a cleansing. It's like a cleansing cycle. And like, your ass, right.
And not to mention that you got all that built up DNA in you from all,
man.
You know,
everybody.
From them, you know, them all your fingers and toes times 5 numbers you done add.
Damn.
You know? Absolutely.
This is the book of Job 13 and 4. It reads, ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value.
And coming with that pseudoscience. You know, the word pseudo, for those of you who may not know, means false. All right? They'll make something false and then call it science. And then come against you for coming against falsehood. Because we're not coming against actual science. The problem is they're not using actual science. They're using pseudoscience. All right? Theory is not science. All right? We broke it down, that word, many a times. The word science literally and literally means to know. Something you know. All right? I pull off my ring, I drop it, gravity pulls it to the ground, it falls. That's actual science. You just witnessed it. All right? If I got to guess about some theory, well, theoretically, if, you know, we do this and that, and the other, you know, this is going to happen. That's theory.
Right.
Because the chances are that that's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to happen consistently all the time. All right? Look, that guy, the character in, what was that movie? That first Jurassic Park, one of my favorite movies, the very first one. And the character Dr. Malcolm, played by Goldblum. I think his name is Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum, who I believe is a Jake. Even though he's a a J-double-O small hatter.
You seen him in Deep Cover?
But right. Yeah, I think Jeff Goldblum is a Jake. You know, because he got too much. Dr. Malcolm was too smooth.
Yeah.
He was too smooth. The leather jacket and the glasses. Yeah, man. I was like, you're right. Where he was rolling up on the broad, tripping the water on the head. You know? And I was like, man, this dude got too much something. But it's true. You can't drop a drop of water in the same spot and expect it to trickle down my hand the same direction every time. And that's what he was, and basically he was giving you a very simple, basic form of chaos theory. You can't control that. That's theory. That's not actual science. And that's the point he was trying to say, because he, along with all the other doctors, when he got there and saw it, he was amazed too. But he had something different to say. While everyone else was wanting to see the next thing and the next thing, he was like, have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? Why would you do this? You can't control this. And you know,
They didn't understand.
about 15 minutes later, people start getting eaten. And so Dr. Malcolm was the only doctor on the whole fucking island that was on point. Hey, Shalom, Kawhi.
First Timothy 6:20. Oh, Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called.
There you go. So Timothy warned us that there will come a time in the future where they will use false science as a weapon, right? And so you're going to elevate a lie. You don't believe in this lie? They're coming against the lie. Oh, I mean science. They're coming against the science. No, because the science that they're using isn't real science. Yet they're hiding behind it to try to demonize those who think for themselves. Look, what's his name? The one that they got rid of. When he said, what was that one comedian actor?
No, the other one.
No.
The short one, Carlin.
Garland. He said that, you know, they don't want a nation of critical thinkers.
Not at all.
Right.
Right.
You know, although some of the things he was saying was off when it came to the spiritual
he was
realm.
fucked up.
When it came to the spiritual realm, he was way off. But just on basic common sense, the man was on
Like
point.
a needle.
Yeah, on like a damn needle, brother. All right? You ever trying to, you know, do something, sew something and poke yourself? The needle be on point. All right? That shit hurt.
Yeah.
All right? And so, and that's why, and the George Carlin, and that's why I believe they unalived him, is because he was too popular and his message didn't change in his comedy. And I'm sure that somebody pulled his coattail, somebody was like, hey, you gotta come to change that down. You know, hey, why don't you even drop the N-word a few times? Anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you gotta change that shit.
He kept talking about their inner circle.
He kept, he kept talking about the food, the water, the banking. He was putting them JOOs on those small hats on blast. And Christianity.
Exactly.
All right? He was putting them on blast, and and
they've been killed.
man, that dude that died naturally.
Yeah,
Come
that was
on,
man.
man. Yeah, you know that it might have been Hitler. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
we talk
That's
about
something.
Hitler because when somebody get out of order, they just call him Hitler. And Hitler get her guys on us, you know, and they be like, hey, make it look like an accident.
What they call it, the Clinton Foundation.
Right. It's like, hey, yeah. He said, yeah, right. Exactly. It's like, you know what? We need a couple accidents.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
We
They
need-
said
we
doctors
need
were
some-
walking out their car and getting hit by cars.
Yeah, man.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. All them doctors that died,
That
them
The
few years.
scientists.
It's funny how many holistic doctors died in like a 2-year period.
Right before
Right?
that Band-Aid.
Right before the Band-Aid came. And then also, you had, what was that thing that they had? Somebody could look it up. I think it was called White River Wash, something that was going on where they were trying to investigate the Clintons. And they were calling it something. Yeah, they were investigating the Clintons and they were calling it something. River something or something to do with water. But all I know,
It's a Whitewater, a controversy
Whitewater.
over the Clintons investing in Whitewater Development Corporation, which failed, costing them over $40,000.
right? So basically, all the people that was involved in the court proceedings and all the charges that were brought up, everyone that was a witness against the Clintons, all met with accidents or had natural accidents.
The marchers.
They had, they all departed this life accidentally. You know,
How tragic.
how tragic. Some of them got killed under their weights. All kind of shit happened to every witness.
Same thing with the 9/11. People were on television speaking about what they saw and what they heard. And
Oh, yeah.
all of them ended up missing in action.
Yeah, it happened all
Yeah.
time. It happened also with every detective and every law enforcement official that saw Hunter Biden's laptop. They all met with one of those accidents.
They got that Jason Bourne shit. They get a phone call.
Right.
Picture.
There you go. Right.
Heart attack gun and shit.
This nigga did a flip off the roof through your window and be out. You know?
And that's what you get for sitting with shit that dark circle. Right? It says have no with the unfruitful works of darkness, man.
Sitting there in the dark with a silencer with his leg crossed and a needle with some drugs in it, telling you how you're telling you your whole story. What the news gonna say about your tragic overdose.
Yeah.
You know? that sort of thing.
He said, in one movie, they said, man, we can make it look like an accident so your family can get insurance. At least we'll give you that.
And you'll have your dignity.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. Your daughter, your son will be taken care of. Right. That's how these people operate.
Understand their God, man.
They're eating dinner with your family.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw some devil. That's what happens when you
Yeah, that accounts for the hard.
when you mess around with the devil.
And it shows you that you know, Esau's blessing. You know, truly was the sword man. All right. You know, his blessing truly is the sword, and he uses it, and he doesn't always use it outwardly. He's got other ways of using it.
We were talking about it earlier, Elder, up in the skies. That's part of that
Now
sword
it all
fight.
cleared up.
Yeah.
So it's gonna, yeah, it's going to go over the lake, get the water supplies. Yeah.
They know what they do.
Right.
When the others say about the rain, so they already know it's coming right back. They about to drink this shit.
It's going to go right through the lake, and then they're going to filter that water through the two plants. They got the north side plant, the south side plant. It's going to filter right through those plants, right through the faucet. You're going to drink it, you're going to shower in it, you're going to cook in it. Right? And then everybody going to be full of mucus and snot. And, you know, all of a sudden, you
Right
know,
for the winter time.
they're going to be rolling out. I'm talking about, so so now we understand how they can predict what's going to happen this season and that season.
Exactly.
And we need to get some new Band-Aids ready, you know, for this new season of this new variant of this and this new variant of that. How the fuck do you figure out a new Band-Aid for a variant that don't even exist yet? You know, we don't know what we just know it's going to be a new variant.
We're playing with it in the lab.
And this here, this Band-Aid here, come on, man. Think, people.
Anytime you make a medicine for something that's called a disease, it's already the disease was manufactured. This supposed
Watch your burgers, brother. Watch your burgers.
Hey, they show you in Resident Evil. Yeah. Prime Resident Evil. Man, they been had the so-called cure for whatever they had coming out.
I said that shit like,
Go ahead, brother.
man. No, you got it.
Yeah, because Esau, it's all everything he do, he already done planned it out before. Because like we said, it's not about money. If it was about money, he would try to get these people to be better in society and smarter and white and built. It's about deep on fucking population, man. Control.
And that and him getting his birthright now.
Because exactly.
Because the truth of the matter is that Esau, I said that for when the fake Jew went by. But when Esau, you know, gets his if Esau wanted to, he can make everything all right and have everybody live on in peace on earth, and he still be the top guy with all the money. But that's not what he wants.
Right.
All right, that's too much. He wants that birthright that isn't his. And so, unlike what Christianity teaches, if we can go to that in Genesis, in Genesis, when the birthright was given, when the blessings was given, it was already foretold from heaven. Yeah, 27. It was already foretold in heaven that the blessings would go to Jacob. All right, so no matter what happened and how it played out here on earth, Jacob didn't steal anything, because that's Christianity teaches that Jacob stole his birthright. No, he didn't. He sold his birthright. And as a matter of fact, when it came time to give the blessing for the birthright, Esau's the one that tried to steal it, because he tried to come in and claim something that he no longer owned. Instead of telling his father, it belongs to my brother now, he tried to slide in there and get a blessing that wasn't his.
He sold him the car. He sold Jacob the car, but he had the spare key.
Trying to steal the car back.
Yeah, trying to come back get the car.
Okay.
Exactly.
Father,
So I
you
got
have
the
one
spare
blessing
key.
for me, Father.
Yeah, this nigga found his spare key in his dresser. Decided he's gonna go take the general lead for a spin.
Yeah, no.
Right? No, it ain't yours no more, man.
And that's why you don't have the fullness of the blessings of the earth, right? Because it says the Lord give riches without no trouble. Was that one verse? Like Esau, he done had all these riches, but he got problems with it. He done had all these different wars. When we get in the kingdom of heaven, we ain't got to worry about no fucking world wars, civil wars, riots, people acting crazy, man. First off, we're gonna be on a whole nother level, and we ain't gotta worry about a fucking Edomite with a weapon. He gonna go around the world burning their weapons, man.
Exactly.
They're gonna be turning their weapons into
Tools and plows.
tools for
Hey,
captivity.
we about to put y'all to work, man. You got Esau, y'all complaining. There's no jobs. There's no jobs, man. The kingdom of heaven, you're gonna be loving. There's gonna be lots of jobs.
Continue employment.
Yes.
Continue employment.
We'll find a job for you.
Right,
Don't
yes.
worry.
Right, 'cause that word,
We gonna find something.
that word employment, it literally translates to servant. All right, that's what employment means. That's why America is full of employees. You're all servants to the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Okay, that's what you are. And it's gotten to the point now, what they're saying is that the average worker who works, a non-college graduate that works for a living, the average money that they make is $20 an hour. And that a college graduate, the average money that they make is $23 to $24 an hour. So it's like, what's the benefit in it? Because
you're in debt on
you're
top of
right,
that.
but because you know you're $100,000 to $500,000 in debt, depending on how much education you took, how much schooling that you took, all right. But you're only making, at the most $4 more than a person who didn't go to school. All right, how is that benefiting you? All right, that's not benefiting you at all, man. All right, but this is Proverbs 29 and 15, and it reads, "The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame." So Esau was a child left to himself, man. Just doing whatever the hell he will. He ignoring the law, man. All right?
You got something called do what thou wilt. Right?
Okay?
Yo.
Verse 16. "When the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase, but the righteous shall see their fall." At the Wadi Yahweh Shem Shai, we are witnessing the downfall of Esau.
Perfect.
Of Esau Edom.
Right, and even in the Maccabees, when Alexander took over, and then he passed away and his kingdom got divided, it said that they put crowns on their heads and evils was multiplied.
Let's get it.
So when Esau's in rulership, all he breeds is wickedness, evil, death. He can't. He's the original Mr. Can't Do Right. You got it?
Yeah, I got it for you. First Maccabees chapter 1, I'll start at 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right, so basically, with Esau Edom, as he increased, wickedness increased. Okay? As he increased, wickedness increased. All right, and all these societies that fail. And one of the things that is a telltale sign when a society is about to fall is the promiscuity of its female population. Right, and the Western females,
Horrible.
collectively, we're not going to say every one of them, damn near every one of them.
99%.
It's Proverbs 29 and 16.
You ain't right.
When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
See, there it is, man. So
Perfect.
heavy had to come out twice. All right, the Lord wanted you to get slapped in the face with it 2 times. This way and this way.
Right, and then when Alexander got into power, they got a hold of their blessings. With thy sword thou shalt rule, get the fatness of the earth. That's how he took control of what he got.
Right, and then all he's done since he's been in power is lie. All he's done is lie
That's the only place I found it.
about his identity.
Right.
He's been a heritage thief, stealing the heritages of other people.
Yup, they changed their names to the Romans. He could have named them.
They became everyone. They became the Greeks. They took over Japheth's heritage and started calling themselves Greeks. They started calling themselves Romans. Right? Same way they started calling themselves Australians, right? The way they now call themselves Americans, the way they call themselves Jewish,
Samurai.
the way they call themselves Jewish, you know, they call themselves by other people's names, man, and they truly are heritage stealers. They hijack the heritage of other people. All right.
Like you said in that TV show that they canceled, you said it before the TV show came out.
Yes.
When Esau puts an Edomite in a TV show or something, he's gonna put him as a so-called Negro man.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did. He took a bunch of Hamites and said this was Esau.
Right.
Right? After the Bible described them as being red.
Right.
And after you know, so that and that still threw a monkey wrench in them. They pulled that shit right off the air. But yeah, I called that. I said when they had never, the Christians were not speaking about Esau. They weren't talking about Esau, and I called it. I said the day they start talking about Esau and put him in movies, they're gonna put him as a melanated man, and that's exactly what they did, man.
Nice spirits are not always raised with man for using flesh.
That-
It takes me no more than 120 years.
That's
That
exactly.
is the 6th grade. So that means you're a buck 20, baby. You're all gonna die. Yes, you know what it's been years.
He said, y'all gonna die.
Hell, 6th grade. 18 is the grade. Right inside. Go to hell.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for your wisdom.
That dude had demons on him.
Oh my goodness.
They can quote the scriptures. You understand? Demons on how we died. Satan jumped on his ass.
You know what's sad though? That he knew more scriptures than the average Christian.
What?
Micah 2 and 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Right, and they're still doing it to this day. It's the reason why NATO is falling apart. And so many NATO partners are looking sideways at the Israelis now. All right, because of what they're doing over there, and it's actually creating that division, all right, within ESAF. All right, I like saying it the way they say it. ESAF. All right, it's creating that division. It's creating that division, you know, among ESAF. All right. You know, I think that was that effeminate ninja that walked by in front of her. That's a weirdo. Yeah, she kind of weird. Yeah, she was hot about 10, 15 years ago. So somebody told her that she
fell off.
Yeah, she's still trying to walk around with her belly out. She in denial. It's like you can't tie that shirt up no more, honey. You gotta let it fall. You gotta zip it up.
Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
So that's Esau, all right. Mainly the elite of Esau, because Esau right on the damn bike right now. He ain't the wise. He can't. He don't got the power in his hand to do that. It's trillionaire Edomite families that are going to sleep. They can't even go to sleep unless they think it's some wicked shit. Like, oh, we got a new germ coming out. We gonna lock. We can lock it down with this. You know.
Right, they have a meeting with their pseudoscientists.
Right.
And the pseudoscientists show them all the horrible things that the Band-Aids can do. They sleep like a baby that night.
Elton, did you see the video of the scientists that died going to the cancer thing? They were like, yeah, a bunch of scientists like, I think in the plane, right? 8 died.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that they met with an accident. Yeah, you can watch the video.
Oh, that's smart.
You see the pilots jumping out with parachutes.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Gotta get out of here.
No,
They already knew the business. They had parachutes.
pilots jumped out.
Esau get them all together on one plane.
Got picked up by the single engine. Yeah. You know, what was that character, Bane? When he told the one dude, he said, no, you gotta stay soldier. Right. He said somebody has to go down with the plane to make it look legitimate.
That's
Like, damn.
This Proverbs 29 and 2 says, yeah, no, it's in my bag. It's Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And right now today, these people ain't rejoicing. These people's confused. They don't know which way to go. They don't know what to do, man. They not happy. And look, that's fake happiness you see. That's a fake ass smile you see these people have on their face, man. This ain't happiness, man. These people fucked up. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They all screwed up.
And evidence of that, all you gotta do is just turn on the internet.
Man,
it's video after video of Americans crying their heart out, losing it, you know. It's sitting in their cars, videotaping themselves, spazzing out, how they don't want to go to work, women crying, you know.
It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, man. These people in mourning right now, man. Look at these people, man. They like zombies, man. It's like the scripture said, the walking dead. These people are walking dead, literally, man. They don't care about the Lord. They don't care about the law, statutes, commandment. Man, all they care about is watching the news. And when Esau say this is what it is, guess what? That's what they believe, man. That's it, that's all. They don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We know same times when Yahweh and the prophets, they was out speaking the word. What happened? They hated those people. They seek to kill those people, man. What you think, right? We about to go through the same thing, man. They're going to seek to kill us. Why? Because we speak the truth. We speak Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the words of the Lord, man.
Hey, look, my boss called me earlier and asked me something. But he said real quick, he said, and he'll hire up like dudes, especially shit that's going around in the like this DNC shit. And he was saying, man, he said randomly, he said, man, the Kennedys, this is the only time in history when the Kennedys ain't going to support the Democrats. He said something wild is about to happen in America. Shit about to get real.
Yeah, he's right.
He said the Kennedys ain't supporting it. He said I was talking to some people about it. And, this is a serious thing.
That's a very hurt point. All right.
And he just said anyway, real quick, I gotta go.
Yeah, that's a very no, but he said that just so it could become a talking point.
Yep.
So they can and bring out some scriptures. All right. Because that's a very important point. All right. That the Kennedys are not supporting the Democrats because you know not as if the Democrats ever stood for anything that was righteous. But the things that they did secretly now they do openly, and everybody can see. Right? You know, it was better when they were closet, you know, alphabet lifestyle. When they were closet keto, when they were. But now, you know, they're exactly. This is, and they don't want this truth to come out. This is Amos 5:15. It says, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, power of hosts, is gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. All right? So we're supposed to hate the evil and rebuke within the gate, man. Establish what is good. Condemn the evil like that little demon that walked by talking to rode by, can't even walk. How you gonna scoff in a damn motorized wheelchair?
Because the Lord hated him.
Battery
The
don't
Lord
die.
did that to him because he hated his ass.
She can't even roll herself. You gotta push it so when that battery go down. So what happens when all hell breaks loose? You know, I started rewatching Fear the Walking Dead. Right? Because I rewatched The Walking Dead. Now I'm rewatching Fear the Walking Dead. And I realized, you know, that this time around, watching it, that everything that they were going through was everything we went through in 2019 through 22 basically. All right? It was like, you know, because, you know, the first time I watched it, I was irritated by the drug addict son and the woman and all. But, you know, I watched it this time, and it was different. And so if you've never seen the shows, shame on you, right? But in the Walking Dead, all hell had already broke loose. When the series started, all the cities were already on fire. You know, 95% of the people are already walking around dead. All right, and the war between the people that was left had begun, fighting over resources. You know, so the chaos has already started. In Fear the Walking Dead, it takes you back to the beginning when the virus first hit, when it first started, when nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Right, and then it just shows you how stupid people were. You had dead people standing up off the ground after being shot 50, 60 times. And the people out in the street rioting. You know, it is like, man, did you not see this dead dude? Now the smart ones was like, you know, they was out of there. But they very few in between. You know, the smart ones would stockpile to get water, food, ammunition. You know, not that that's gonna save you, but you can at least respect that mindset. While all these other people walk around with cameras, you know.
What's going on?
Exactly. And all of a sudden you get mauled by a crowd of dead motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro, and he
Right
got
there,
up.
you
Nigga,
know?
I didn't even think of his goal.
It's like, right. You know, you out there rioting and shit, you know? But it just goes to show you how people had no clue. And then people were riding around with the mask on. You know, I was like, damn. And then the quarantines, and then the military, and then how the military was abusing the people. You know, you wanted extra food and rations. You know, they wanted a conjugal visit with your wife, with your daughter, your girlfriend, whatever. You know, it goes to show you, man. You want the authority. You know, these military motherfuckers gonna be some of your worst enemies, man.
Yeah.
They gonna, especially the foreigners. And then a lot of this shit was being done by their own people. Because that's one thing they didn't show you in the movie, in the Walking Dead series. You never saw the blue hats. You know, it was always the military. You know, because they had all the spin-offs. Daryl Dixon, when he went to France, it was always the military, paramilitaries. You didn't see the blue hats. We know the blue hats gonna be involved. But you know, all that chaos is coming, man. Shit is real, man. Right?
Mark chapter 3, verse 24. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Right, so that's what the elder Malcolm was talking to. It be the own people. And going back to this Kennedy thing as well. This is a kingdom divided against itself. That's all it's going to be. All right, this precept of brother of fire. This is Isaiah 19 and 19. And going back to the chaos that the elder brought out, you know, with the movie, the show. It said the burden of Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. And this is speaking about Mystery Babylon the Great, Egypt, America. It said, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and this is the beginning of that. We're seeing this now, so if this is happening, that means the Lord is coming back. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother, like the elder said, everyone against his neighbor,
Yep.
City against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right, because these Edomites, they stocked up all this ammo, thinking that they was gonna kill them some niggas and spiggins, and they are. But they also they gonna be at war with each other. Right? They're gonna definitely be at war with each
I got
other.
one more verse. Yes, sir. Going back to that. This is it said as the spirit, because this is what we really witnessing, especially with this division.
Yeah, you about to witness another civil war, except for this civil war is gonna be so bad. You're not only gonna have Esau against Esau, but it's gonna be a free for all with everybody else involved.
Like a melee.
It's gonna be a straight melee. You know, that Gears of War shotgun fight when it's every man for himself. So what you think happens with 30 men all got shotguns and nobody's on nobody's side.
There ain't no right, ain't nobody on nobody's side. It says, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. That's why the Kennedy is like the elder said, it don't even matter who was up there. Niggas was always fucked up. Our deliverance to how shot. All right, but nevertheless, it's because the spirit of Egypt is failing. And you know why? Because this word is being preached. That's why this place is public. America is fucking being in decadence every time because this word is being preached.
That's right.
Like the elder apostle said, every time you speak, this bitch going down, man.
That's right.
All right. It said, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said Yahweh. And Yahweh of hosts. Hey, and one man's king is another man's tyrant. Don't ever forget that.
And that cruel king just might be Trump. Once Trump gets his power back, he's gonna really have to put his foot down. All right? He's gonna have to get these Democrats in line, man. All right? And then if these Democrats stay in, then you know it's gonna be just mad. Everybody gonna be full of drugs. You know, the food gonna be and they gonna try to force the band-aid on everybody.
Yeah, oh definitely. As long as we in captivity, as long as you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and your seed has been scattered abroad, then they look like the other seed. As long as the so-called white man is in rulership, you niggas ain't gonna have no peace. He gonna be putting his foot in your ass, all right, until the Lord comes back, and that's why the Lord is our true king. And he gonna be a tyrant to these people. And we are too, and we gonna rule with him, and that's what we fighting for. Y'all watch us out.
Ball of iron.
Definitely with a lot of iron. You got some brother?
Yeah, I had a testimony for you, Zaquan. For my profession, you know, I work with a lot of I work with a lot of these millionaire, billionaire Edomites who are too old to remember their credentials. So it's my job to work in the tech department and remember their shit. So one of the owners, the owner of the company that I work for, he's a billionaire, cabal nigga, and one of his credentials, his passwords was "I hate Joe Biden." So this shit is with like 3 exclamation marks.
Damn.
So like this shit is divided, man. You know, and this is really the Roman Empire, man. You have the emperor, and you got his counselors. Are they all plotting against him? Or you got the Praetorian Guard, you got the CIA. All right, so they all making their plots, man. Hey, this shit is divided.
And then it's all gonna fail because we're all waiting on that new Denzel movie. Because when Rome fell, Jake rose up and ruled. Right? You know, when Rome fell, Jake rose and ruled.
Dark Ages.
Europe for 1,000 years, the Dark Ages. Right? Which they try to cover up and bury their history as if it didn't happen. All right?
It was dark, nigga.
But the truth behind it is that the Negroes, so-called Negroes, ruled all of the ancient world. They ruled most of Asia, including the portion that they call Europe and Western Asia. All right, even parts of North Africa. Okay, they ruled it all, man. Okay, all the way up until about the late 14th century. Esau started coming back into power in the late 13th century. About the end of the 14th century, 1492, they sold. By the mid 1500s, Esau was fully back in power, and the Renaissance was in full effect. And it definitely was a rebirth of everything. Right? And I did a lesson on it, talking about it this morning, and how they were trying to, the difference between the Sephardim, and I hate that J word. I'm gonna just call them the Israelites. The Sephardim was actually Jacob, all right? And then how the Ashkenazi hijacked the Sephardim, all right? And started saying that was them, all right? Because there was some sellout Moors, Morenos, Moriscos, Sephardim, the Huguenots, the secret JW, the secret Israelites that actually were here in America, and they were responsible for their own people.
That was Jay-Z.
Them Boule niggas.
That was Diddy and Jay-Z. Them niggas were wicked.
Them Boule ninjas
They
today.
back.
All right, but they were the ones that actually helped set up this place and set up many of the business and banking and all that. And then the Ashkenazi came over and took all that shit from them, starting in the late 1800s. Right?
You talking about the Renaissance, right? One of the ways they took over in what the Dark Ages was what? Marrying into the kings and the queens.
Yeah, and the plague.
Oh yeah, the plague knocked out
The
two-thirds of motherfuckers.
plague was the biggest thing. Because the plague took out more for Jake. So Jake can have the numbers of armies and resistance to stand up against Esau as he just started coming in and taking everything. All right?
Yeah, these niggas might survive it.
Yeah.
And I was, oh yeah, for this. Similar story to the brother, Nate Ford. Similar story to the brother. Now, it's in a fancy place. We ain't gonna say the names of this place. But it's the Murph, a governor of a state in America, not Illinois, but a governor of another state. It's the Murph. This dude's Secret Service agents and just the people that work there. Nobody else is in the spot, just us. And I go to the other spot just because I'm surveying the area. And they said, man, so-and-so now, these all Edomites. I said, yeah, because they work around the area. I didn't tell the papers. I said, yeah, he in there. Every one of them said, man, I fucking hate him, man. These fucking Democrats and that fucking motherfucker, I fucking hate this dude. And they didn't say this in a group. It's every one of them who asked me, was he in there? At least fucking like five. They was mad. I said, man, these lights were gonna kill each other.
Yeah.
If the lights was off, they would go. I said, damn, man, they were really going there and kill this nigga scalp simply because he's governor. They wanted to peel his ass out. Bring it up.
Damn. So he
They
needed
wanted
it.
to kill that
He needed
motherfucker.
his Secret Service.
Man.
So that's how these Chicago.
Oh yeah, he had 4 of them. Yeah, 5 of them.
So that's how these Chicago Republicans was feeling about this visiting
Democratic
governor.
Man. Oh, and there's one nigga who he one of the big bosses. He a Mexican, but he think he a white man too. So I just went over there and he said, man, that motherfucker so he's a Republican. He a big time cool too. He said, this motherfucker, I'll get his ass. I started laughing. I said, man, that shit funny. They gonna get this, bro. Hey, this shit is done, bro.
This is Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And that Esau ain't in agreements. You know, shit. You got Democrat, Republican. You know, you got these Edomites. They going crazy over this shit. It's a win-win scenario for us. Because if this female gets in the office, you already know those Trumpers gonna go crazy. And when Trump gets in the office with shit, he gonna, like the elders say, he gonna start putting his foot down. Hey, Shalom, brother. How about you shit like that? So just like two can't agree on the scriptures, you can't walk together. It's the same thing with these Edomites. They're a house dividing against each other. I got that.
Can I bring this out right quick for you, beloved? This is the book of Mark. Man, go ahead, bring that out.
It's Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
So how is this kingdom divided, right? You got Republicans, you got Democrats. What's the other one they made up a few years ago when Obama got in office? They said these are independents. Right? Yeah, it took for a fucking so-called black-looking motherfucker in the office. I said, man, I don't want nothing to do with none of this shit. Yeah, fuck the whole system. So you got crackers who don't want nothing to do with the system. They also going off-grid. They fucking no longer spending money in the economy, right? Everything trickles down to the destruction of fucking America. You got people separating themselves from America. You got the rich motherfuckers, they cut off their businesses, they liquidate, man, they're taking everything out of the system.
And
they're going overseas.
And they're intentionally doing this to bring down their system, to so-called bring up their new system.
A new system.
Order out of chaos.
Order out of chaos. Go ahead, keep reading.
It says, in every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Yeah, because at one time Esau was together when it was against blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Now that the thing done changed is what we done integrated in this system. So now we're so-called Americans, but there's no such fucking thing as an American, right? That shit just like a Greek.
It's an organization. It's like saying we're Target.
We're Target. We're Walmart.
We're Chicago Bulls.
We're the Chicago Bears.
We're all different colors, nationalities, but just because you was born here.
Here, we're going to come together under one banner. Hey, what Obama said, out of many, one. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, because a motherfucking Chinese don't give a fuck about a Russian, right? An East Indian don't give a damn about an Arab, right? An American don't give a damn about a Mexican, right? They don't give a fuck about an American.
America don't give a fuck about America. Right.
Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor.
What is it going to take to make these Americans turn on each other? A lack of bread, a lack of resources, a lack of opportunity, right?
It does not agree on the same policy. Can two walk together unless they be agreed, like the brother Yashwala brought out? You know, this place is divided, man, in every way possible.
And how you always say that? Look, you got Republicans, you got the Democrats, you just got the the independency. Then not just the independency, because your votes don't count. The electoral vote.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This place is so divided it don't make no sense.
Hey, you got a president, a motherfucker done went to jail for something, man. The president, he about to go out, man. Let me pardon that nigga. Imagine you being a family member of the motherfucker, this murderer and killed. Hey, man, fuck the president. He just pardoned the murderer of my family member.
Well, you know what? The division is good, because that equals the downfall in the place system.
Yeah, where's the broken toes right now? You know?
The toes of the boat.
City against city and kingdom against kingdom. So, hey, civil war is coming to America, man.
Oh yeah. This Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Alright? Hey, this place is the people are already divided, man, but wait till the shit hit the fan, man. How cold they gonna get, man. Alright? Hey, they're gonna turn against their own neighbors, man. The people that you was actually thought you was cool with, man. They're gonna be thinking about running up in your spot, man. Getting your food, getting your wife. You know what I'm saying? And your kids, and your dog.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Because they raping everybody.
Oh, this nigga. That nigga said he was Israelite. Yeah, man, that nigga not no Israelite. They paid him to do that because he was still. It didn't look like he was finished. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead. That nigga's crazy as hell.
Second Ezra 15 and 14. The point is at verse 16. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So going back to what the elders are talking about, man, it's going to be all type of riots in America. All right, you're going to have many race riots, class riots. It's going to be all out division. All right, it says,
hey, your white neighbor, hey, James, come on over. And here you are as a black man, let me go see how my neighbor doing. And they're going to drug you up, you going to be their dinner. They're going to cut you up, put you in that fucking freezer. You're going to be their goddamn dinner, man.
Hey, stew became stew. If y'all know, you know. Thank you.
Bad man.
Oh no, remember Boogie Eli? They invite him over there. Oh yeah. And Denzel was like, I'll tell you now, he said, you see some cows?
Right.
And it show you the woman is simple, bro. It show you the woman is simple. It show you the woman is simple, bro. Because they sitting here eating meat. Motherfucking Denzel said, you see some cows around here?
No, in the middle of nowhere.
You see some chickens?
Yeah, when he smacked the plate.
Let's go, yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, man, I'm done with women now. Now, a woman that I had a lot of, and nothing physical between me and her ever, because she's actually was another woman's woman. But another man's woman. But before that even happened, I dealt with her literally on a big brother, little sister level. You know. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't that I didn't think she was attractive to anything. The woman was fine as hell, but I wasn't physically attracted to her. All right? Somebody else that I love dearly was. Because he even came to me because he was like, you know, it's you. And I was like, no, that's all you. You know, I was, you know, just breaking down to her, you know, the whole that we was Israelites because she's like, you just like always talk about the Bible and stuff. And she, you know, she had all these questions and I always had answers. So I ended up giving her my Apocrypha. I had a brand new Apocrypha and I gave it to her, you know, and I broke it down to how, you know, the whole breakdown. Fast forward to the future, she was with my guy. And turns out the woman was a complete demon. A complete demon, man. And putting him through all kind of shit, you know? And to the point where he was like, I might have to take a page out of that Brother Murph book, go to the White Castle. Just leave it, you know? Because he already was weary of his own women, all right? Which a lot of Jake is. Now, it turns out that this particular woman, I ain't saying no names, putting you know, no names out there, but she has a daughter, young, beautiful daughter. And her daughter had questions about things and want to meet and know her father. And this woman, keeping her away from her father, and always telling her father was this and he beat me and blah, blah, blah. He did all these things to me. And it turns out that none of that was true. All right? None of that was true, man. And the reason why her father did put hands on her was the time that he did, right? Because she broke one of the most sacred things. She banged his best friend. She got mad at him. Oh, hell! She banged his best friend. And she took a selfie of herself while she was getting banged by his best friend and sent it to him. So how do you expect him to react when he saw it?
It's on site, bitch.
All right? On site.
It's on site. No.
Him and you and him.
Yes.
All right? Absolutely.
Proverbs 6:34, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance.
There it is, man. He shall not spare in the day of vengeance. And this woman is just so damn wicked because she, you know, the girl became real close with my guy. All right? They were really close. And he was telling her that, young lady, you need to know your father. You need to meet and know your father. And they, you know, so the mother got wind of their conversation and stuff. And the cost of them both brought them together. And he told the young lady, I'm not gonna sell you out to your mother. The conversation we had, you know, if you want to tell her, you can tell her, but I'm not telling her. I'm never gonna sell you out. But he told her right in front of her mother. He said, when you turn 18 and you want to meet your father and know your father, I'll spend my money to get you to your father. You ain't got to deal with it. And that's what he had to say. She lost it. Because what it is that she realized that she had a good one. And he don't want to deal with it anymore because he done learned all the shit about her. And her behavior had been suspect. And so she just angry that the image, she had this image that she was just this pretty good girl. It's gone. You know? Yeah. And she's not, she's wicked. And I say, hey, sometimes, man, the more finer they are, the more wicked they are. Yeah. Right? So she's mad because her cover's gone. Right? You just a straight up hoe, you ain't no under the cover. And your daughter, and you didn't take it, coming to the fact that you had a man that your daughters began to like him so much, she started telling him shit. Because she was like, Mama, why? He, you know? And so he's like, because she even asked him, are you gonna marry my mother? You know, so her children really liked him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, you know, I considered it. But then she started telling him all this shit. And he already was suspicious and was kind of separated because he was like, I don't know, man, some shit ain't kind of right. So he said, I'm like I said, man, me personally, I'm in monk mode, man. Yeah, that's just me. I'm in monk mode. I done did all my dirt. I didn't, you know, I'm good on that. Let these young brothers who got that fire in them, baby. I'm done. I'm done. I don't trust. I don't trust them, man. These hoes ain't loyal. I don't trust them. I got a few that, you know, mainly one, to be honest, that betrothed I'm still on muck mode. I'm away. She don't even live in the state, so I don't even see her. Right? So and if she doesn't wait for me, if she does something, the Lord gonna deal with it. Because I already know the Lord gonna line them all up. So I'm not worried about any of that. That's not my concern. Real talk. But but how the hell you gonna let your man's best friend bang you and then take a selfie of it while it's still happening and then send it to him? Then expect him not to react. Because if you'd have been in some places, that's all me. If you'd have been in some places, you've been over in the East, you might be headless right about that.
No, Big Stone.
Okay?
They definitely hit this with that Fred Flintstone. The Elder D-Mash always bring out what he said.
He told a story. Oh, yeah. How a woman got put to death for adultery over there in the East. So they dug a hole and with her hands buried to her side and put a board behind her. And then they stoned they stoned her to death. All right? And he said you saw chunks of her head and flesh coming off. All right?
I wonder which crack killed her.
So they stoned her to death, man. Well, they probably started off with little ones first.
That's what I think.
Just giving them pain until the big one came. And I'm pretty sure she was dead before all that, When you got 100 people throwing rocks at you in your hands, she couldn't even put her arms up to let them break and destroy her arms.
And now the boy had her.
And the boy was behind her, so she couldn't move.
When you watch those videos, they got some websites, they got those type of videos. It sound like a hailstorm, but much louder. I hear of rocks and the person just getting mollywopped by a whole bunch of rocks. All you see is a bunch of rocks.
And guess what? That's in the Holy Scripture. That's in the Bible.
It's brutal.
It's
a righteous thing.
Somebody grabbed that marvel not if she trespassed against you. Right? Because don't. So I'd have had my feelings hurt, my heart hurt too, man. I know what that shit is like, man. And it ain't nothing against your manhood, man. Like I always say, man, you could be Mr. Donkey, motherfucking Daddy Longstroke. It don't matter.
Right.
You could be straight Daddy Longstroke, and Marvel not. She still would transgress. Pringle can to the max. And she's still gonna go, and find because she just want to do something different.
She has to do it. She has been given liberty to get out of rock.
She want to take some different protein.
It's gonna happen.
It is what it is.
It's gonna happen, man. Nigga, I'm the Murph. And I'm gonna just say that.
So bring it out.
This Sirach 26:11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
Wait, read that again.
It's okay, come. It says Sirach 26:11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open up her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
Quiver is what you put arrows in.
Big ass sack.
And the average quiver can hold a lot of arrows.
Holes in the hole.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Matter of fact, can we get that in another version?
GNT.
All right. Because
she opens her legs.
Right. So it's when he says she's gonna drink of every water.
Drinking that ski.
And that's why we keep telling you that the Lord is gonna have a brutal punishment for a lot of you women when this society collapses, man. All right, you're gonna fall to your own devices.
Oh yeah, that's
right. We keep telling you the carousel gonna ride you. You ain't gonna get the pick and choose. You ain't gonna get the whole 2-3 guys' hands and lead them to the room. All right. Yeah, they grabbed it. The guy carrying her, and she holding the hand of the other guy, and she leading them to the room. No, it ain't gonna go like that. You'll get grabbed. You gonna get grabbed by your hair, right? You gonna get picked. One dude gonna have your feet.
He was the one picking up.
Other dude gonna have your hands, and it's gonna be the whole, and the rest of the dudes following behind. And it's gonna get real brutal in there.
Bullet train.
Hey, shit, the elder said it don't matter who you is. Even Jason Love got by a bitch, don't he? And he the king of fucking all the hoes right now for the last 10 years. But this nigga got a fucking baby mama, don't? And his baby mama, his daughter was 8 years old, and he found out it was his daughter. It wasn't his daughter. He's still paying the child support. Even Jason Love, though, ain't nobody safe, though.
Wow, so she got an 8-year-old daughter that ain't his.
I got it.
He been paying for it the whole time. Now, a woman like that should be made to pay every dime back and go to prison.
That's folly.
Yeah, with interest.
That's crazy.
This is the scripture just backing up what the elder Malcolm said in the story.
I don't know who the hell Jason Love is. He a porn star?
Yeah. He porn.
So he Mr. Pringles can himself.
Yeah. The black nigga, man, with the tattoos. If you see him, he the one who be fucking Adam 22 wife all the time.
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah,
That nigga, yep.
yeah, all the time. He the premier guy, for the last like 10 years.
Just slap you across the face with it.
Man, Jason love that nigga.
The new Black Silver.
That's what So even these niggas getting got. So, look, ain't nobody safe with these hoes, man. But it says, it's with nobody, I'm just backing the L up. Even Jason Love, man. This is Deuteronomy 22:20. It said, but if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsels, and you ain't gonna find that in this society anywhere. So, but, verse 21, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she died, because she have wrought folly in Israel. So all these people gotta see it. And like Yasharala just said, that shit be sounding like hailstones, but fucking Ice Cube didn't pop out the bushes talking about Debo that's a female. It said the men of Israel. These the men of Israel. To be some chick, she went off and she was getting stoned. Them are our customs. Those are East, like the elder bro Yashawamba say all the time. We have an Eastern way of mindset. These people have a Western mindset. All these start from the East, for these Ishmaelites and what these Russian niggas be on, that's what us. Hey, I talked to a Russian nigga the other day. Well, I call him Russian. I call all them stand niggas Russian. But he from Uzbekistan. And he's a Sambo champion, in his country.
You don't know what Sambo is? It's a brutal ass martial art, man.
And yeah, it's brutal as hell.
It's one of the most. It's MMA basically, but in a gi, right? You wearing a
It's a short.
So the techniques. Yeah, this shit is brutal, man.
It's brutal.
It's straight brutal, all right? Because you still got your judo throws. You still got all your gi chokes. It's way more technical than regular MMA because you are wearing the gi, all right? Which is why no gi is so popular, because these no gi cats, they lack a certain level of skill, and you can get away with shit no gi that you can't in gi. That's what it really comes down to. So yeah, I said it. So a lot of these, these no gi guys just try to run from that gi because they don't want that smoke for real.
Put the gi on.
A lot of right.
Now that gi real, though.
CJ and them. All right.
CJI
and them. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just saying. All these. Now, some of them guys that got down in that still get down in the gi. Kudos to them. All right. But anyway, go ahead, brother.
But no, the Sambo guy was saying, and because he's in California now, but he always calls me, and we was on a FaceTime, and he was just saying, like, when I was growing up in the country, and we had found that the niggas in the huts, bro, they said we'd see the TV, we'd see Mike Tyson, like we'd see all the black men, like, he's like, fuck, bro, like, these guys so strong, they so cool, like, he said, I've been over here just driving for the last couple of years, like, these motherfuckers is soft, man.
Yeah.
He said, something happened to the black man that's strange. Wow. He said, I noticed it.
So it took an outside.
He said, I can barely speak English, and I know it's wrong. Something happened to the black man. He said, I grew up watching these people fight, watching the Michael Jordan. He said, what the fuck? Everybody's just fucking soft, and all of them got guns.
Our ex-lab
yeah.
was the Middle East.
You hear that?
He said all of them got guns.
I hope y'all heard that, man.
That nigga Sambo champion, man.
Right? He grew up, you know, watching Mike Tyson, fucking Chip Kelly and shit like that, man. Right? Watching Pernell Whitaker and you know all them
He said they was moving off that shit in the stand. That nigga a Jake too.
What's his name? The one that beat up Martin. The Hitman.
Tommy Hearns.
Tommy the Hitman. Tommy Hearns and what was his name? Marvin Hagler.
Marvin.
Yeah, he watching guys like that, man.
Yeah, he was saying that.
Motherfucking James Toney, watching them guys that, you know, right?
He said that. He said they was so Martin.
And now all of a sudden, what has happened? Well, Nasrallah hit the nail on the head. Two things, Esau and Eve. Right?
I was explaining it to him, and he said, I understand it.
And then the food, right? But mainly Esau and Eve, man.
Eve and destruction.
Right? She truly is the Eve of destruction. Yeah. You know, the so-called black woman helped one of the main catalysts to the destruction of our own people, man.
Because of her, we all die.
Matter of fact, get there, we're gonna give it a rap.
And you know what? It's funny though. That them stands be Jakes, bro.
A lot of my
He goes, that nigga definitely Jakes,
the
bro.
history that we've been bringing out, when Putin brought out all, when Putin brought out all those relics, you know, those were Russian icons, right? Those people that disappeared, what happened was they melanin disappeared and their children, but they were steeped in them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
So 2-3 generations, there it is, man. And that's where you get, what's that dude that trained with
Like Griffith looking
dude with the, what is his name, Zabit?
Zabit.
Man, that dude was Jake,
Zabit.
man.
Mega Madoff.
Man.
Oh, the Abraham Lincoln nigga?
That
retired?
That dude is Jake, man.
Look, that nigga would have been the champ in 3 divisions if he would have stayed. He just randomly said it. He said, I retired. That nigga Zabit, that nigga Jake, that's one of the best fighters ever. And he don't even have to keep fighting niggas to show you that. That dude's still, he a monster.
They
bro.
play with bears.
Yeah, that dude's Zabit. He definitely is Israelite. And he only trained with niggas too.
19. All right, this
Yeah, he
Sirach,
randomly retired.
this Sirach chapter 25 verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, it says a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman evadeth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in the distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Right, so we all saw that video of that Northern Kingdom woman talking about all the things she doesn't do for her husband. Right?
Oh yeah,
Now you finna do
She
it
gave
for
a
20
whole-
niggas, bitch.
Right?
Everything.
So, hey, like you said, through her,
Man.
through her, we are death entered into the world. Go ahead.
Look, there it is. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
And so there it is, man. So that was the answer to that Russian's question, man.
That's right.
Right? That became the that was the answer to the question of that Russian the answer to his question, man. What happened to the so-called black man in America? All right. There you go. And so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Wa Abba B'Paul.
Abba B'Paul.
Hit the cameras, hit the cameras.
Yeah, all right.